Hi everyone, it's Kathy Russo. I wanted to share with you this video on how to run reports after the students take the beginning of the year CDT assessments. So the first thing you want to do is go to Report Delivery and then choose CDT Interactive Reports. You have a variety of reports to choose from. The first one you want to run is called the Group Map. This should already be pre-populated for you, but I'm going to pretend to be Miss Williams from the high school, and I'm going to run this report for her period 3 Algebra 1 class. So you're going to put in these parameters. The first time you run it, choose Diagnostic Category All, and then hit Go. What you're going to see is that all of the students in that period 3 class show up with their scaled scores. So the student names are down the bottom and their scaled scores are plotted on the grid. If you want to take a look at what designates red, green, and blue, you can click on the scaled score range tab to see what the minimum scaled score is for each of those ranges. Okay. Then, if you scroll down, you'll see each of the diagnostic categories and how the students did with those particular diagnostic categories. So for Algebra 1, there are 4 diagnostic categories listed. Finally, if you don't want to look at the plotted graph up there, you can come down to the grid format, and this gives you the same information just in a spreadsheet kind of format. So you can take a look at students' overall scaled score and then their scores on individual diagnostic categories. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to dig in deeper to the diagnostic category. Let's say for right now, beginning of October, I'm going to be talking about linear equations and inequalities with my students. So I want to take a look more closely at that diagnostic category. And once you do that, you'll see a list of eligible content and sample items that come up for the class as a whole. Now, here you can choose to create groups of kids. So let's say I want to see all of the students who scored above 1,000 and see what they are ready to learn with respect to this eligible content on linear equations and inequalities. So I have 5 kids that scored above 1,000, and this is what they are ready to learn. So I can click on the eligible content or the sample item to get aligned assessment questions just to see what that is. What does that eligible content look like? Okay, you can then go back up and change the parameters here for scaled score. And maybe we want to see now the kids that got between 500 and 1,000. And again, get what they are ready to learn in terms of eligible content and sample items. So here are the kids that scored between 500 and 1,000, and you can see the eligible content for those kids. Some of it's 7th grade, some of it's 8th grade. So you want to make sure that during your differentiated instruction portion of the lesson, or as you're working with individual groups, that you're addressing those gaps in their knowledge. The other map I want to share with you is called the Learning Progression Map. And again, you want to focus on, I'm going to pick the same diagnostic category because that's what I'm currently teaching. You can run this for individual students or for the entire class. And what this does is shows you all of the pieces of eligible content that the students were exposed to on the beginning of the year CDT. And you can see there's some 8th grade, 7th grade, Algebra 1 pieces. And the green dot means the student did well. The red dot means the student needs more work with that piece of eligible content. So again, it's in graph form and in grid form. So I hope that this information is helpful to you. You can again group kids by the learning progression map the same way we did with the group map, and really hone in on particular groups of kids and what they need. So please reach out if you have any questions or issues. I hope that was helpful. Thank you.